Coach Craig Proctor. How you doing today? We'll talk about how to dominate your marketplace, even if you don't have a lot of money, which none of us usually have when we start this business. I didn't have any money. I didn't have any confidence. I'd never sold anything in my life. I didn't know anything about marketing, and here I go. 36 months later, I was named the #1 RE/MAX agent in the world. How the hell did I do it? I don't even know. No, I know what I did. And I'm going to share it with you here today so you can learn from me and do the same thing. When we get into the business, the natural thing we do is we look around at what everyone else is doing and we believe like they know what they're doing and we copy them or we do whatever our broker tells us to do. And we struggle, right? How many of you would agree that real estate was not what you thought it was going to be? Like you have this vision of, when I get into real estate, I'm going to spend all this time, helping buyers and sellers. But the truth of the matter is, we spend most of our time chasing down buyers and sellers. Most of our time is spent trying to find people to help versus actually helping them. So today we're going to talk about what you should do, what I did, or what I recommend that you do, which would be the same thing. Now, some of the things that we're talking about here today didn't even exist when I first got into real estate. So, for example, social media, but the principles are the same. So you've got to have a really good offer, right? Whether you're using that on radio or TV or back in the day in print advertising or social media, you've got to have a really, really good offer. And most real estate agents fail right there. They don't have a great offer. So I'm going to talk about, you might be saying, what are you talking about offer? Like offer to purchase and sell? No, your offer that you make to buyers and sellers, what is it? What are you saying to a buyer or seller that would cause them to say, oh my God, I want to work with you, right? What makes you different? We call this a unique selling proposition, right? The biggest question that you need to answer as long as you're a real estate agent is why should a buyer or seller choose to work with you versus all other options, right? And sellers, for example, they could choose to not sell, they could sell their home themselves, or they could choose to work with you or anyone that you compete with. So we've got to have a really good offer so buyers and sellers say, hey, that real estate agent is different and they're better and they want to seek you out. If you don't have this, if you don't understand how to set yourself apart, how to offer buyers and sellers something they really, really want, you're going to struggle. That's it. And you're going to be convinced that all media doesn't work. You'll be convinced that Facebook doesn't work and Google pay-per-click doesn't work and radio and TV doesn't work, when the truth is it's your offer that we need to fix. So we'll talk about what makes a good offer here. Then the other problem many of you have is, okay, well, Craig, even if I have a great offer, I don't have any money, right? Like, it takes money to make money. How do I make money when I can't afford to run radio or TV or have billboards and bus benches and all that kind of stuff? So we're going to touch on that as well. But if you haven't checked in, do so right now. I see a lot of you with us here today. So check in. Let us know what city that you serve, what city, what state, what province, where you're located. Let us know. I have a special gift for all of you as well. I'm going to be giving away a script here that you're going to be able to use to follow up the leads, and you're going to find it really useful. But I need to know who you are so we can send this out to you. So please check in. Let us know what marketplace that you serve. Also, we get a lot of referrals here in Craig Proctor World. I don't keep any of the money. We just match you guys up. So what would be a bad offer? Okay, before we talk about what a good offer looks like, let's talk about what a weak offer or a bad offer looks like. And by the way, no one take this personally. I made the same mistakes when I first got into real estate. Again, this is what they tell us to do, right? They tell us when we're speaking to a buyer that we say to the buyer, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, I can email you the daily updates of the homes that are on the internet that you can find yourself. Now, we don't say it that way, but that's how the buyer pretty much perceives it, right? We say, I'll email you the daily updates of MLS on MLS of all the homes that match your criteria. But that really translates to the buyer as, well, that's just stuff I can find on the internet. And how many of you would agree, like if you're shopping for a car or whatever, you like to do the research yourself, right? How many of you would agree that when you go in to buy a new car, sometimes you know more about the new car you want to buy than the salesperson does. Or sometimes there's a lack of, trust for the salesperson. Like, is the car salesperson just going to try to sell me a car that they have in inventory? Or are they going to try to sell me a car that makes them more money? Are they not going to tell me about other cars? So there's all that going on. So that's why a lot of home buyers today, they like to do their own research, right? They are concerned that, well, what if the real estate agent doesn't tell me about certain houses? Or what if they try to push me on one house versus another house? And it's not like that sometimes doesn't happen, right? So I get it. What you need to offer buyers is something they really want, obviously, but that they can't get on their own. Okay, they can't just do a quick Google search, because if they can replace you with a Google search, it's exactly what they're going to do. So what would be better than saying, I'm going to email you daily updates on all the new homes that come on the market that are on the internet, is to talk about homes that are hard to find, okay? So you could talk about unlisted and off-market properties, for example. You could explain that some of the best homes or best deals sell before they're even available to the open public, and that you have access to these. Now, I know you want to know, well, how do I do this? Well, we know how we have a method of going into neighborhoods and communicating with the homeowners. These are people that haven't yet listed their home for sale, but are thinking about moving. And so now we can tell buyers about homes in the neighborhoods that they're interested in that aren't yet listed for sale. Okay, now you might be thinking, well, why would the buyer, maybe they'll go around you. We've got all this covered, okay? So distress sales, bank foreclosures, vacant properties, unlisted and off-market homes, these are all types of properties that buyers would perceive are a good deal. So when you say to a buyer, hey, are you having trouble finding the perfect home? A lot of buyers will nod their head up and down. Do you feel like the homes that are on the market seem to be overpriced? Seems like there's really nothing out there for you. And how would you like to have access to, and then you talk about your exclusive list of homes. Now, obviously, you need to learn how to be able to fulfill the promise. So in no way am I saying, promise stuff that you can't do. We teach you how to do this. So I know you don't know how to do it right now, but how many of you, let me know in chat, would agree this is a pretty good idea, right? Like if you could offer something that the buyers really want, that they perceive, yeah, this is really good, and they can't get it on their own. They can't do a quick Google search. They can't find it on the internet. And these types of homes are not being offered by your competition. So this is one of the things that I want to focus on is improving your offer, okay? Typically, here's another thing that they teach us to say, right? If you work with me, I'm a really good negotiator. Today, the buyers believe that they could go directly to the listing agent and maybe get a better deal than working with you, right? Now that the home buyers can get access to the homes that are on MLS, they also have access to who has the properties listed. So I'm not saying this is right or wrong. I'm just saying this is what some of the buyers think. The buyers think, well, why do I need a real estate agent? Like, why do I need a travel agent? I can book my own flight. All the vacation packages are online. And some people think that way, right? Some of you maybe still use a travel agent. But, we are kind of going the way of the travel agent if we don't offer something exclusive. Like, what have you got for me, okay, that I can't get on my own, right? The public thinks we're overpaid. They believe that we don't do a whole lot. So we have to stack our value. We have to be able to communicate our value. Now, you guys have been watching what's been going on with all these lawsuits. And what is likely going to happen is we're going to have to learn how to negotiate our fee directly with the buyer, because that commission that we're used to receiving through the listing agent and through the home seller, that's probably going to go away, right? We don't like this kind of change, but it's going to be forced on us. So are you strong enough with the words that come out of your mouth to position yourself to a buyer that the buyer is going to pay you? And how much are they going to pay you? If they think you're basically a clerk, right, that you're just filling out paperwork or filling in the blanks and the fill in the blank contracts, you're not going to command a lot of value. You're not going to make a lot of commission. So we've really got to work on what do you have to offer, and it can't be I'll get you the stuff on the MLS that you can get on the internet, or I'm a great negotiator, or I've lived in this town for 17 years, or start talking about the Remax balloon or whatever, we're typically trained to talk about. Nobody cares about that stuff. Okay, so when we have a good offer, and I'll give you an example for me. When I first got into real estate, I offered a guaranteed sale program. And I had these little $15 sign writers, 15. They were made of chloroplast, I think it's called. Anyway, they last forever. And I stuck these sign writers on top of my, Craig Proctor Remax for sale signs. And it said, move up to this home and I'll buy your home for cash. And that was a unique offer, right? It was like a trade-in program, much like if you trade in your car for a new car. You could sell your old car yourself on Auto Trader or whatever privately, but most of us don't do that. Most of us would just drive our old car into the new car dealership, and they would take it and trade the old car and trade, and we'd drive away with our new car. So I started doing this with real estate. Move up to any one of my listings, and I'll take your home and trade. I'll buy it for cash. Do you know that revolutionized my business? I go from a nobody, like nobody knows who I am. I'm selling like 8, 10, 12 houses a year or whatever in the first year. Within 36 months of having my real estate license, do you know that I was named the #1 Remax agent in the entire world for commissions earned? Now remember, same guy, I'm in the same small town. Back then, the average price was like, $300,000 or $400,000. Small town, like 80,000 people in my town. Nothing spectacular about me or my marketplace. But what did I have? I had a really, really good offer. So there's your proof that anybody can dramatically have a massive change in their business by having a really, really good offer. Now, let's get back to, okay, Craig, I get it. I got to have a good offer, but I don't have any money right now. That's okay. I didn't have any money either. Here's what I would do if I was you today. You actually are so lucky because you can run these great offers for $0 on Facebook Marketplace. Do you know that on Facebook Marketplace, you can run 250 ads every single day? Now, I know some of you are going to say, well, look, Craig, I've tried Facebook Marketplace and it didn't work and blah, blah, blah. Look, maybe it's your offer. Remember what I said. I hear this from agents all the time. Nothing works for them because they have a weak offer, right? If you're offering something people don't want, it doesn't matter where you run it. You could run a radio ad, a TV ad, Google pay-per-click, Facebook. You could run it on Instagram. You could run it on LinkedIn. It's just not going to work because you're not really offering anything that people want. So start by running Facebook Marketplace ads. So you can start obviously running properties. You don't have to have any listings to do this. You could borrow listings from other agents in your office. That's what I did. I'll tell you something else I did. I borrowed listings from other agents in my office, and I started something called the Craig Proctor Sunday Tour of Homes. I ain't got any listings, so I buddy up with some of the top agents at the Remax office, and I said, hey, would you guys like some extra exposure for your listings? Now, here's what I did that was different. I had done for the first couple of years of my career, the traditional open houses where we kind of sit there like a dummy for 3 or 4 hours. And, the homeowners clean the house and they've made a cake. And I'm sitting there watching their big screen TV. And it was embarrassing if nobody came because, really this is a farce, right? Like I feel bad because they've done all this work and nobody came, or 1 or 2 buyers come. And it's awkward for the buyer because there's just you, the agent there, and you're following them around and trying to make small talk. Okay, so here's what's better. While I was sitting at one of these long, boring open houses, I thought, I'm going to change things up. What I'm going to do next week is I'm going to open 6 houses, okay? And each house is going to be open for only 10 minutes, okay? Well, you're thinking, well, Craig, how are you going to sell a home in 10 minutes? I'm not going to sell a home in 10 minutes, but I can identify who's interested. Now, because I had 6 houses open, I got 6 times as many buyers coming to each house. Now, hang with me here because I know this sounds crazy. I'll tell you the crazy thing about this is because on purpose, I was forcing all the buyers to come to each house during that specific 10-minute window, I created competition, or what I like to call the auction effect. In other words, typically there'd be 10 or 15 buyers show up, and you just say from 1 to 110 would be the first house open. 10, 15 buyers showing up at the same time. If you are one of those buyers and you kind of like this house and you look around and you see 10 or 15 other buyers, psychologically, what impact does that have on you as the buyer? So like I said, the first house is open from 1 to 110. And then I had 15 minutes travel time to the next house because there's only me. I've got no team back then. It's just me. So the next house is open from 125 to 135, and then 15 minutes between the next house, and so on throughout the afternoon. This was a fantastic concept because I did it every week. It became known every Sunday's Craig Proctor's Sunday Tour of Homes. Now, think if, like on a bad week, if I even average 5 unique buyers at each house, and I got 6 houses open, that's 30 buyers that I get to meet in one afternoon. Now, here's the other thing. I use this in my listing presentation as a unique way of why I'm different from the other agents. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, instead of kicking you out of the house on the weekends for 3 or 4 hours, I want you to be present. It only lasts 10 minutes. And I was able to show off my marketing savvy to the seller. Plus, if the house didn't sell in a few weeks, it was easy for me to get a price reduction because I could say to the seller, you've been there, you've seen this with your own eyes. We've had 30 buyers through your home over the last couple of weeks during the tour of homes. But unfortunately, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, the buyers are not interested in your home at this price. Helps me get a price reduction. Now, this is how we market. This is what your seller's paying you to do, is to create this auction effect, right? So it enabled me to meet a whole bunch of buyers. It enabled me to pacify sellers. It enabled me to get great exposure and double end a lot of properties. Now, when buyers were interested, of course, they're not going to make a decision in 10 minutes. I'd say if you like the home, we can come back later today and look at it. But literally at the end of the 10 minutes, I'm kicking them out of the house. When's the last time a real estate agent says after 10 minutes, I'm sorry, we've got to close this place up. Why? Because I got to keep the tour on schedule. I got to get to the next house. So this is something that all of you could do, and it costs you $0, right? All I'm doing is leveraging off the good listings from the top agents in my office, right? I was cherry picking the best listings. They didn't want to do these open houses. Fine, I'll do it. But I'll do it in a different way that benefits me, benefits the seller, and benefits the buyer. Those little sign writers on all of my signs, right? Move up to this home and Craig will buy your home for cash. The crazy thing about this is I wasn't just getting inquiries about the home. I was getting inquiries about how does this program work? How does this thing work where if I move up to one of your listings that you'll buy my home, or this trade-up program? And I would say it works really well. When can I come over and have a look at your home? So it got me in the door. These are all examples of having really, really good offers. Now, you'll notice with every one of these, it doesn't take any money, right? They say you need money to make money, but no, brains makes money, right? Being smart about this makes money. And you guys can check me out. I dropped out of college. I dropped out of university. I had no reason to think I would be successful in real estate. Even my own father said, he was a real estate agent. He said, don't do it. What chance do you have? You don't really stick with things, Craig. And had I done it the traditional way, he probably would have been right. I probably would have been roadkill. Do you know that 80% of real estate agents never make it to their 5th anniversary? Like, there's something obviously wrong with the traditional way they teach us to do things if real estate has an 80% failure rate. So if this is making sense, smash the like button. Smash the like button right now, or maybe give me a little heart there. I love the feedback here, and it's good because I want to invite you guys to follow this page. Okay, so whenever I go live, if you find this useful, smash the like button, but also follow this page so you get notified whenever I go live. I also have a private Facebook group. How many of you would like to be part of my private Facebook group? I'm on my business page now, like this is open to the public, but if you would like to get behind the curtain and be part of my private Facebook group, just type into the comments below, private group. Okay, type in private group and we'll get you an invitation for that. And oh, by the way, I promised you a script. Check out this. This is from one of my coaches. His name is Lester Cox. He's in the Phoenix, Arizona area. And when we're working with brand new real estate agents that don't have any money and they don't have any listings, this is what we teach them to do. borrow a listing and run a listing in every price range in your marketplace. So, in your marketplace, I don't know what the bottom end might be. It might be 500,000, and then another one for 600,000, another one for 700,000. So you run a property ad, pick a nice property. Remember, they're not your listings. You're just borrowing a listing from another agent in the office. So, one at 1 million, one at 1.2 million. You run these ads. You can run up to 250 ads on Facebook Marketplace. So, it's not like you're going to max out. Okay, now when buyers, if you write the ad properly, which we teach you to do, buyers click on the ad and you get this message on Messenger that says, is this home still available, right? Is this still available? Now, this is where a lot of you have issues, right? This is where you kind of fall down with this because you don't know how to convert the prospect from their online, on Facebook Marketplace. Well, how do I get them on the phone, right? And better yet, how do I get in front of them? Here's what we want to do. We're going to use this script. And if you want this script, by the way, just type in your email address and we'll email it to you if you want this script. But here's how it works. So prospects respond and you get this message, is this home still available? When that message comes in, we don't consider it a lead. It's not a lead yet. The reply needs to be this. Okay, so here's, again, from one of my coaches. Hi, this is Janet. I'm Brandon's assistant, and he's tied up in a meeting right now, but he asked me to ask you for a good phone number and a good time for him to call you back about this fantastic home, as well as other properties that have not yet hit the market yet, unlisted and off-market properties. Okay? Now, when you do this, 1 in 15 prospects will respond with their real phone number. Now, they don't give you a fake number because if they're going to give you a fake number, they wouldn't reply at all. So we know that our experience is everyone that replies gives you a good phone number. Now, I want you to think about this. If you put in 100 ads, you get 15 good leads every single day. These are people looking for a home. Think of the steps that they go through here, the hoops they jump through. First of all, they went to Facebook. Then they went to Marketplace. Then they went to categories. Then they hit homes for sale. Then they clicked on your listing. So these are not what we call accidental leads, like, the leads you get from Zillow, scraped information, right? That's why when you call them, like, I don't even know what you're talking about, because they didn't ask for anything. It's just scraped information. These are real leads. These are people that are coming to you in real time, okay? So you should advertise new construction homes. You should advertise good-looking properties in every different price range. We teach you like what bait works the best, I guess, to get the most number of people clicking on this. But about 15%, okay, about 15% will respond when you type in this reply of, hey, I'm the agent's assistant, and he or she's in a meeting right now, but give us a good number so we can call you back with not only information on this home, but also homes that haven't yet hit the market that represent good deals that match your criteria. Okay, so if you want this script, just type in your email address, okay, your email address here, and we'll get you this script. Now, I am doing a massively huge New Year's Day free I don't know, what extravaganza, I guess we'll call it. It's going to be a couple of hours. It's going to be at 1 p.m. East Coast time on January the 1st. How many of you would like to spend 2 hours with me? We're going to hit the new year off the right way. I'm going to share with you all the things that I've learned from our top agents over the last 12 months here in 2023. We're going to put it together in a 2-hour package. I'm giving it to everybody so everyone can start off 2024 knowing exactly what's working for the top agents. If someone could type in, this is the invitation for the New Year's Day Extravaganza webinar. It's craigproctorwebinar.com. No spaces. craigproctorwebinar.com. If someone could type that into the comments below, it is a clickable link. That's your invitation. And you and I are going to spend January the 1st, New Year's Day 2024, working on your business, okay? We're going to cover everything from what are the best offers, what are the best scripts, how do we convert the leads, what presentation techniques are working the best, how do I negotiate the highest fee, how do I handle the most common objections. All of this is going to be covered on my special New Year's Day Extravaganza webinar, and I hope you all can make that. So I wanted to throw that invitation out. If, again, someone could type in craigproctorwebinar.com, click on that, get yourself registered, and we'll send out a bunch of reminders. Also, a lot of you have expressed interest in one of our breakthrough calls. What is a breakthrough call? It's not a sales pitch or anything like that. What we do is we sit down with you on Zoom, okay, because we want to show you things, and we ask you a bunch of questions about your business and your last 10 or 15 transactions and what's working the best for you. And we talk to you about your goals, okay? So, you know where you are right now, but you have a goal, right? Presumably your goal is something bigger than where you are right now. And so we talk about what's holding you back from where you are right now to where you want to be. And you would tell us, you would say, well, here's why I think that I'm not reaching my goals. I'm at X and I want to go to 5X, and here are the obstacles. We help you with that free of charge. We would go through, we would analyze your approach, what you're doing, and we would give you different ideas on what you could implement to help you reach your goals. Now, why do we do this for free? Well, here's our philosophy. Just like today, this cost you $0, right? Again, if you think this was good training, if you found this extremely helpful, please check in. Let me know what marketplace you're in, what city you serve, because we do get referrals. So don't be shy. Let us know, I'm from Cleveland. I'm from wherever you're from. Type that in. And we'll have you on our referral list as well. We get agents coming in here looking for somebody in Boise, Idaho. And if we have somebody, we're going to connect you guys. We don't keep any of the money. We just want to connect smart agents with other smart agents. So make sure you definitely check in. But back to the breakthrough call. If you guys would like to book a breakthrough call, it's not with me personally, but it is with one of my advisors, one of my coaches, okay? You can do that if someone could type in Craig Proctor Call, no spaces, craigproctorcall.com. And when you go to craigproctorcall.com, you're going to go to my Acuity Day Timer, where you can book a day and a time that works for you. And we would spend 45 minutes working on your business. And we're paying it forward here, right? Just like this was a valuable call here today. This cost you $0. So was the call. What's the motive here? Well, my motive is this. The best way for me to convince you that I can really help you is just to help you, right? Like today, just giving you helpful information. And if I help you and I demonstrate that I can help you, you may want to come to me for more help. So that's my philosophy. That's my strategy is I'm not going to try to sell you anything. I'm just going to try to help you. And if I do a good job of helping you, you're going to see me as somebody that's helpful. And you're probably going to want to come back to me at some point in the future and get more help. So it's craigproctorcall.com, and you can book your breakthrough call. So did you guys find this extremely helpful? Let me know. Let me know in the comments below. What did you like the best here today? Did you like when we talked about improving your offer? Did that make sense? That you can't make the same old offer as everybody else? You can't say to buyers, well, I'm going to send you the houses on the internet, and I'm a really good negotiator, and I lived in this town for 17 years, and my company's been in business. You can't talk about that, right? That's not something they care about. You've got to use the right media, and especially if money is tight right now, use the inexpensive things. Use Facebook Marketplace or run paid ads on Facebook. You can run these paid ads for literally $5 to $10 a day. And if you've tried this again and it hasn't worked, it's your offer. Okay, you can't say Facebook doesn't work. It works, but you've got to have the right offer. So we would help coach you up on, well, what offer should you make in your marketplace so people are going bananas and they're coming at you, right? Instead of you chasing them, they're coming to you. Now, are all of them going to be great? Nope. But if you create an overflow of business, you get to pick and choose. That's how we get rich in real estate, right? Now, if you'd have talked to me in the beginning about, Craig, who do you want to choose to work with? I didn't have that mentality. Choose. I'll work with anybody. Now, if this was true for you, if I could show you how to live in abundance, how to create an overflow business, if you literally couldn't work with all the buyers and sellers that were coming at you, here's what you'd do. You'd say, well, I can't work with them all, so I'm going to decide to work with the most qualified, the most motivated, and the most sincere buyers. I don't want to work with buyers that are going to fight me or lie to me or whatever. I want to work with buyers and sellers that respect me. Okay, buyers and sellers that will do things my way. This is how we get rich in real estate, right? This is how we sell hundreds of homes eventually, is having good clientele, right? So if someone's telling you that to be successful in real estate, you have to put up with all kinds of rejection and misery, it's just because they don't know how to do this, right? Remember, I sold over 10,000 homes. Name me one coach on planet Earth that sold more homes than Craig Proctor. They don't exist. A lot of these coaches haven't even sold real estate. It's ridiculous, right? But if I want to learn how to be a great golfer, I'm going to learn from somebody that's a great golfer. Makes sense? Somebody that's poor can't teach you how to be rich. Right? It's just my parents could teach me how to be a good person, but they couldn't teach me how to be rich, right? So you have to seek out people that are going to help you do the things that you want to do. All successful people have coaches, right? Whether sports figures or business people, and who the coach is really, really matters. So it's my privilege to be here today and share with you, hey, I've been doing this for 30 years. This is the truth about what it takes to be successful in real estate, and it's available to all of you. Again, there's nothing unique about me. There's nothing special about me. I don't live in like Hollywood or New York City. I'm in a small town. I didn't have any money behind me. I didn't have any confidence, but I worked hard at this and I worked smart. And now I can teach you how to apply these methods to become really, really successful. Do you know that I've created more millionaire real estate agents than any other coach or trainer, right? So success leaves clues. So I want to thank you so much for being here with me today. Make sure you do let me know what marketplace you're in. And remember, I offered a couple things here today. I offered the script. Okay, you're going to type in your email address if you want to get the Facebook Marketplace script. If you want to book a call with me, you're going to go to craigproctorcall.com and book that call. And then we've got our big extravaganza New Year's Day webinar on January the 1st. And you can register for that at craigproctorwebinar.com. But smash the like button, give me a little heart, give me your comments below, and I hope you truly enjoyed this and you found it extremely helpful. And we'll see you again next time. This is Real Estate Coach Craig Proctor. Thanks for watching. Hi, this is Craig Proctor. Hey, I really hope you enjoyed that video. And listen, I've got a lot more information for you to help you grow your real estate business. You see, several times a week, I record new videos and I load them onto this YouTube channel. What I'd like you to do, if you'd like to access them, are two important things, and both are totally free. Number one is I'd like you to subscribe to this channel. You're going to see a little subscribe button for you to click on. And if you don't already have an account with YouTube, it's free for you to set it up. It's really easy, it's free, but you've got to subscribe to this channel. And the most important thing is to ring the little bell right next to the subscribe button. And that's going to let you know every time I load new money-making videos to help you grow your real estate business. So make sure you subscribe right now, you ring the little bell, and we'll see you on the next video.